Good afternoon. My name is Liz Johnson. I am the Health Service Manager here at Three Mountains Regional Hospital. We will be covering today the Hospital Code of Ethics. We covered already in our patient packet earlier about HIPAA, informed consent, confidential health history report, and living wills. Now we're just going to talk about the values of our organization and really the importance of people understanding the Code of Ethics at our hospital. First of all, this is touch base and say that Three Mountains Regional Hospital staff all share a common vision, mission, and value set. The Code of Ethics helps us fulfill this exact statement below. It is a resource to us to use when we wonder what is the right thing to do. It is important to read the Code of Ethics, to understand it, and to use it in our everyday work. By no means do we expect you to have it memorized, but really no matter what position of the hospital that you work in, it is important to know these. And if you do have any questions, please ask a leader or myself. Since I am new to my position, I'm always available to be reached either by phone or by email. So the ethical points that we are going to cover today, at least 10 of them. We do have a very large list, but we're just going to touch base on really the important ones that we will probably see in our everyday work environment, no matter what position that you're in. So we're going to cover patient relations, physician activities, billing for services, political activities, conflict of interests, communication, and that does include social media, privacy, gifts, entertainment, favors, and meals, non-retaliation, and truthfulness. And truthfulness with cooperation. The patient-physician relationship exists when a physician serves a patient's medical needs, which is a pretty common statement that we would all agree on. And in most cases, the relationship is entered into by mutual consent between the two. Very little do you have a patient-physician relationship that is not entered by the both of them, where they mutually consent to the care that's being provided and things of that nature. So the practice of medicine, as we all know, is fundamentally a moral activity that arises from the imperative care for patients and to alleviate their suffering. The relationship between a patient and physician is based upon trust, which puts the physician's ethical responsibility to place a patient's welfare above their own self-interest or obligation to others. The physician has to use sound medical judgment on the patient's behalf and to advocate for their welfare, which is, I think, most physicians agree upon and know that this is their responsibility. That really they should be following not only the physician's welfare, but also following laws that are out there like HIPAA, things of that nature, to not really use and abuse their power to gain money and to overbill and things of that nature. A physician, then we're going to be covering physician activities. A physician should recognize the responsibility to participate in activities that can contribute to the improvement of the community and a betterment of public health. So this is really, this comes down to the fact that not only is a physician on the clock when they're at the hospital, but also when they're out in the community. That even volunteering or being a part of an organization that promotes health and wellness to the greater community is a betterment to public health. And as other people see their physician out doing healthy choices and healthy decision makings, that also contributes to the overall improvement of the community. Physicians should study, apply, and advance their knowledge, maintain commitment to medical education while making information available to patients and the public. And physicians should also uphold a standard of professionalism, not engage in fraud, deception, or other inappropriate entities. This just kind of goes back to also the patient-physician relationship. So if they have that standard of professionalism and they're not being deceptive to their patients, and they're not being inappropriate with their money, that's a betterment to the overall standard of professionalism that a physician should withhold. Billing for services. As a biller, you are trusted with medical information, collecting money, reliability, and customer relations. Examples of an unethical behavior would be violating the guidelines, stealing, coding services that were not performed. This is unacceptable and intolerable behavior. As a biller, you are to remain neutral, keep confidentiality, be honest, and have professional integrity. This is keeping the company's best interest in your mind, and then it will also succeed overall for the team. Conflict of interest will be our next code of ethics that we talk about. Making decisions about your work that are in the best interest of the organization and the people at the hospital. Avoid personal relationships or arrangements that can interfere or even appear to interfere with your ability to do your work objectively and without judgment. Remove yourself from purchases or ordering decisions if you have a personal interest in the outcome of the decision. An example of that would be a seller comes in with a new pump for our hospital staff to use, and you just happen to know the person that's selling the product, and it actually would probably be a benefit to you if you would help him try and sell it, to try and purchase this pump to help with the company, instead of really looking out for the overall best interest of the organization. Is it really affordable for the hospital? Is it really the best pump out there? That type of thing. A hot topic is always communication, and that includes social media. Avoid using statements, images, or recordings that can be viewed as unlawful, profane, discriminatory, threatening, or hateful to another person or this organization. This includes Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, things of that nature. Only speak on behalf of the organization if you are authorized to do so as part of your job. Always follow the organizational policy on privacy, social media, email, internet usage, and conflicts of interest. And please, if you have any questions or anyone that happens to contact you from the media, please contact the communications team and to forward it on to them and have them answer the questions for you. Do not answer anything to the social media. It would just help to have an actual statement from the communications team. Protecting the privacy and the privacy rights of patients' team members at all times. I think that we are all aware of that, but sometimes it's a good reminder to do that. Do not look up or use patient information to make employment relation decisions. And then access, use, and release information only as allowed by the policies, procedures, and other standards that govern privacy and confidentiality. And that a great example of that is HIPAA, as we've gone through before. Then we'll talk about gifts. Do not solicit or accept gifts, entertainment opportunities, meals, or favors from a medical or pharmaceutical company. Do not take part in activities sponsored or paid for by someone we do not do business with, and even someone that we do business with. And not only can we not accept gifts by our immediate family, but our immediate family cannot accept gifts unless it is part of their own work. Examples of any type of gift would be golfing, sporting events, theater, a spa day, unless it is a legitimate charitable event or you pay for it on your own. That's the only way it will be allowed. And then We'll cover political activities. Please take part in the Please take part in political process as a personal individual. Advocate for causes that you believe in, but only on your own time and using your own resources, not on behalf of the organization. Make sure that your behavior, conversations at work aren't perceived to be politically biased or motivated. It is important that we respect diversity of the people that we work with and serve, and respecting each other. The law department can help with any further questions about political contributions, lobbying, or advocacy activities. Truthfulness and cooperation. Be truthful in your daily actions. That is the most important thing. That's a good ethic to follow. Avoid plagiarism and being honest in everything that you do. Examples include your work product, or include your work, your care documentations, your timing reporting, and expense reporting. Being truthful builds trust with each other and the people that we serve. Everything we do is supported by honest words, honest documents, and honest actions. Cooperate with regulators, accreditation bodies, law enforcement, and external auditors, if that would happen to you. With that, to also be truthful and cooperate when there is an inquiry or investigation being led internally and externally. But as long as you're honest and being truthful in the other actions, an inquiry and investigation will more likely not happen to you. And then we also ask, please, when it comes to all these ethical code of ethics that we do have, we do not believe in any type of form of retaliation. We have a non-retaliation law here at our facility, and then we just hope that you would respect and follow that as an individual. And then we will also just say, please, if you do have any concerns or you do feel like there's some type of behavior that's being violated to the code of ethics that are presented here, please do so in good faith, and please come forward to Human Resources with your concerns. You will not suffer any penalties, retribution, discrimination, or any type of adverse employment action for honest reporting. That's what we would like to see, especially if you're just bringing something forward or you have a concern. So please, if you believe you are experiencing retaliation, please report to Human Resources right away. We like to protect the people from retaliation when in good faith when they report a concern. And the organization will take disciplinary action against anyone that is penalized or harassed when someone has reported a concern honestly. So that will wrap up our presentation here when it comes to Code of Ethics. So if you have any questions, please email me or give me a call. But I hope this answers any questions that you do have, and that you all have a good day.